Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 4 of season 2 of The Expanse. Now my editor is a wise man, and he's instructed me to probably watch episode 4 and then immediately watch episode 5. They will be two separate reactions, but he's like, you're not going to be able to wait. Give yourself enough time to watch both. So here we are. You're going to see me in the same shirt, same hair. Different episode. Whenever he recommends anything, I definitely go with it because he's a smart man and he knows what he's doing. On the last episode, Earth attacked Deimos, the Martian moon, which pissed off some of our Martian Marines, especially Gunny. I feel like her and her crew, and I'm not sure so much about the Earther that's in the group, but I feel like they were probably raised to not like Earth very much. Maybe not hate Earth, but they were definitely trained to fight in Earth's gravity. Christian tells this to Ehrenreich that they're trained in 1G gravity. So like they know what it's like to fight on different planets. That's really well prepared. I don't know if Earth Marines are trained the same way, but it feels like they've been waiting a really long time for this war. And not that they want war to happen, but I think they're sick of waiting for it to happen. We got the Rossi back up and running, but Alex is super obsessed with saving everybody. He keeps going over the attack time and time again, seeing how he could have done better and saved more people. And I think that's a really admirable quality that Alex has, that he wants to do better and that he doesn't take it lightly that those people are dead. And I think he really wants to convince himself that he had a way of saving more people because he couldn't save more people from Eros. So obviously losing the people in that first pod is devastating, and he wants to do better. That could become something that's obsessive. I don't think that that's necessarily healthy. But we'll see if Alex gets better at fighting in space, or if he gets better at realizing he can't save everybody. Amos and Miller have a conversation, pretty much because Holden is pissed that Miller killed Dresden, which I find delightful that Miller gets under Holden's skin. I like Holden just fine, but he gets rattled and it just like it brings me delight. I don't know. He's so easily triggered. But Amos pretty much tells Miller, stop pissing off the wrong people. Like the people that would be there to support him, he keeps pissing them off. And they also discuss that even though Holden is kind of righteous, he's probably right. And interestingly enough, Naomi and Holden don't see eye to eye about Dresden being killed because Naomi points out that he's a mass murderer. And why would you want to keep him alive? And Holden's like, well, Miller doesn't have the right to decide that. And she kind of points out neither does Holden. And Miller even says he decided to kill Dresden, not because he sounded crazy, but because he thinks he was possibly sounding right. And he was making sense. Now, I think mass killings and mass experimentation is completely wrong. But I also think Thanos was onto something. If we're mixing our mediums here a little bit. But I would also say that Dresden killed thousands of people and had no sympathy about it whatsoever. And I don't know if he also was missing that little part of his brain, because we find out that Cortazar, that his brain had been altered by magnets, and he's missing the part of his brain that helps you empathize, which was really interesting because Amos was really focused in on that conversation, and he asks if it's reversible. And when you think of somebody, not necessarily somebody who lacks empathy, I don't know if Amos lacks empathy for the things that he does, but it seems like he's very robotic about it. And maybe, I don't know if that happened to him or if just because he kind of lacks empathy, if he's wondering if something that's causing that in him can be reversed. It kind of like, it pulled at my heartstrings a little bit when he said it. I don't know if there's anything more to that or if I'm reading too far into it. I think I'm very focused on Amos and his story. I think I really am because he's very interesting to me. But like, it made me really sad. And then there was the whole conversation he had with Holden very nonchalantly, just as like, hey, have you ever talked to a pedophile before? In what scenario would Amos be talking to a pedophile? there's only a couple scenarios in which he could be talking to a pedophile. He's a detective and he's trying to figure out whether or not somebody's a pedophile, or he's had direct contact with a pedophile. And I'm thinking it's this one, because this little detective thing, I don't think that's Amos. I don't think that's his life. The fact that, he talks about prostitution and it being a way of life that, is honorable because it's a job and it's providing a service, and then he talks about talking to a pedophile and what that's like, and then this thing about lacking empathy. I don't know what's happened to our boy, and I might be creating something in my own mind, because I do that a lot with this show. I come up with a story and then it's nowhere near close to being true, but I feel like Amos he's seen some things. He's experienced some things. Which comes in handy. Weird segue. It does come in handy with the fact that he does know how to speak to Cortazar, because when he goes in to talk to him, he's got this excitement in his eyes and he's leaning forward and he's telling him all about Julie's body and what the proto-molecule did to it, and just like the smells and how she drug herself across the floor. And then he got to the lights and like, so he knew how to speak to him. And it was almost like, and this is also another thing that might be a little bit about his trauma, but it was almost like he was talking to somebody and learning about their kink. Again, I don't know much about Amos. I don't know much about his story, but that was definitely the vibe that I got out of him. And I should be listening to the information that Cortazar is giving us, and that we're learning from him, about like the protomolecule. It's building something, it's speaking, and he wants his notes and everything back so he can try to communicate with it and tell it to stop or control it somehow. And I feel like that's what I should have been focused on, but all I could think about was what happened to Amos. And then Naomi made a friend, and it was really nice to see Naomi being able to blow off a little bit of steam, because she always seems to have to like be in control. She's not intense, but like she has to be like the stoic person that's not overly emotional, because Holden wears that crown. But it was nice to see her go and just have a good time. Like, she's dancing in the club, she's playing ball with Fred Johnson, second in command. I don't know what her name is, but I really like her. The way she was talking about the damage on the Rocinante, and then like her like having the conversation that she was having with Naomi, and then she's like, let's go get beers. Like, she seems like a cool chick. She seems like she'd be fun to hang out with, but I don't know if she's going to be around because we still haven't gotten a name. They have her as Fred Johnson, second in command, so she's Freddie J's number 2 for right now. And speaking of Freddie J, I think he might have sent Christian a message with a stealth ship, either a location. I'm not sure what this stealth ship is and why it's so important, or if it even came from Fred Johnson, because Christian seemed kind of like, what the hell is this? Why am I receiving this? I definitely think it's going to be important, but like, hopefully that was from Fred Johnson. I keep thinking Aaron Wright is trying to trick her into like doing something or saying something that's going to like show her cards. So I'm the fact that it didn't say like from Fred Johnson to Christian Avasarala, like I'm cautiously optimistic. And then lastly, Miller's talking to Fred Johnson about going back to Eros and that they have to destroy Eros. And Fred Johnson's kind of like, yeah, I think so too, but how do you destroy an asteroid? We got a nice long scene about Miller learning all about the Naboo. And that is a big fucking ship. So I'm pretty sure they're going to steal it and blow up Eros. Again, my theories go to complete shit. So, but I'm super interested to see where this is going to go, because I don't know if Cortazar is going to be okay with them destroying Eros. I don't know if they're going to destroy Eros. I don't know. They might drive all the way there, see this big blue puffy thing in the sky, and be like, no, and run away. I'm not sure. Interested in what's going on with the Martians and the Martian Marines and Gunny. I still don't have a solid opinion on her yet. She's very one note right now. I'd like to see more dimensions of her. Right now it's just kind of someone who just wants to go to war, and I'm like, oh yeah, we don't have anything in common. But I would like to learn more about her and her experience of growing up on Mars. Like that would be really cool to hear. Of course, I want more Christian. She's like my favorite part because it's like watching like the checkmate happen in chess, right? Like she's setting it up, and I just love watching her move all her pawns. Souther is right. Like she is playing a game of chess, and she's really good. And I want to see what fabulous outfit she's wearing. Okay, guys, episode 4, season 2. Let's get into it. I don't know if you can hear that. It's the little girls, like they're slamming their feet on the stairs and pounding on the wall. And derelict. Stealth ship. Ooh. Oh, it's seeing things. Oh god. I'm always terrified about bodies. I never know what I'm going to see.
The ship has one of the fusion drives that were stolen from the Bush shipyards.
Interesting. Fred Johnson, thank you for sending that info.
Johnson gave you those coordinates. Their official records show all of them were last employed by Protogen Corporation, and their histories pretty much stopped.
Protogen is a subsidiary of Mal Kukowski.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Fred wants me to connect Protogen to the stealth ships. Protogen ran a research base on Phoebe.
I love watching her work.
Tell the Villa to push that wreck into the nearest UN and petrol route.
But you want it to be discovered?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then it won't be a secret anymore.
And she can't tell anybody where she got the coordinates.
What the hell is he doing here? I know you two have your differences, but I don't care. We got bigger issues to deal with.
I understand you built the bullshit just fine.
Good.
Easy, Holden. Jesus.
I did. I killed a mad scientist. And now we need to kill his science experiment.
And how do you suppose we do that?
If someone wants him badly enough, they'll find a way.
That's why we're gonna use that. To knock arrows right into the sun.
Did you just say you were gonna use the Nauvoo as a battering ram?
I love it.
What do the Mormons have to say about this plan?
Do they know?
The ship.
You're insane. And you might be too for listening to this lunatic.
For Earth, Mars, and the OPA to all rally together and start singing Kumbaya. Do the right thing. Just hear me out, all right?
Why do I like Miller? Why? How did this happen?
Fred's geeks crunched all the numbers. Velocity, speed, angle, all that crap. It just destroys the docks and cooks the surface. Nobody ever
seals
gets
it
in there
shut
again.
There's got to be a better way.
Come on. It's a great plan.
We need the Rossi. And her crew.
I'm sure that just delights Holden.
Somebody's got to act. It's the right thing to do.
All right, we're in.
The Mormons are going to be pissed.
Yeah, they're nice people, though. They'll get over it. As somebody who lives in Las Vegas and goes to Utah a lot, I love the Mormon people. Most of them. It's so curious to me how I have gotten to actually like Miller the way that I do. He just needed to get off series. He needed to stop being Star Helix. I don't think I liked him as Star Helix at all. I don't like dirty, corrupt cops. I know he's like glorified security, but still. I think it totally makes sense why I like him now. Space Cowboy. It's my style. It's a real shame, though. I was really hoping to see the Nauvoo in action. Well, I might. You never know.
And revelations from the discovery of the wrecked stealth ship in the belt continue to reverberate Earthside, and that all of Protogen's corporate assets have been frozen, pending a full investigation of the company's ties to OPA terrorist.
Get me Aaron right.
Wrench in the gears.
These moles are still your employees, whom you hired and vetted through your security screenings.
Yeah, call him out.
With such a small project, my team would only be notified if the company exceeded its budget allotment.
So these rogue employees managed to make a profit and a war without even going over budget. God, maybe we should get these people on our payroll. Protogen is a biotech research company, and it had a government contract on Phoebe Station. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, Christian. How is this relevant?
Link it.
And here I thought you came in to clear up any misunderstandings. We're being polite, Monsieur Mao.
I love her so much.
And the people of Earth will hold you personally responsible when the first rock falls from the sky.
Well, going back to that conversation she had with her grandson. I love her so much.
Hey, what's going on? Are you involved in this?
You don't want a big radiation leak out on your trip to the big unknown, do you?
Why are you lying to us?
For your own safety, sit the fuck back down.
Hey, you said you wanted to be part of God's plan. You wanted to take a leap of faith.
He is.
Is this what you had in mind?
This is part of God's plan.
It's just not the Mormons' plan. Oh, fuck. Holden gets so bent out of shape. I love it. Personally, I love it.
Well, I've never done a spacewalk before, and the kid here says it's better than sex. I don't know if he can really make that comparison.
But you know that destroying Eros won't rid us of all the proton molecule. You know what we hid out there.
This mission, this is on me. But, nice sample, that's on you. You do the right thing with it.
Good luck copying me.
I like that she understands Miller.
Mark.
It's funny that I thought that statue was so big, but like to the scale of the rest of the ship, it is so tiny. It's a moving planet. I mean, so if it runs into an asteroid, is it destroyed? Or can they, like, keep it? Oh, cool. I have a feeling that Miller's gonna end up dying. Not, I don't know, in this mission, but, like, for Julie. I like how they said it's, like, tugs, like a tugboat, but they're very much pushing. It's so cool. Man, how big that thing is compared to everything else.
I like this plan.
Amos. It's a big bitch. Does it do the same thing where it has to like spin or turn to like get gravity, or does it always have gravity because it has the centrifuge thing, or I guess a habitat ring, but in this case it's a habitat cylinder? This is so intricate. All the Mormons are like, my ship.
Jesus, you don't even realize it.
Realize what?
She knows we're working together.
Bullshit.
And your failure to control your own office forced me to explore other options.
That sounds like a threat.
It does. It is.
I need a patron who understands the historic importance of what's happening and can adjust his worldview accordingly. But you're just trying to save you a job, so I'll let you get back to it.
Oh, they're already at Eros. I thought we were gonna like not see it until the end of the episode.
We are the only ones in the general vicinity, and hang on.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be that easy.
Amos, drop the ordnance.
Roger that. Bombs away. Always wanted to say that.
I feel like that was Wes saying it more than it was Amos in that moment.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
Guy Molinari?
It's not even that they're covering up a crime. They're stopping it from becoming worse. Oh god, this is the first time he's ever gonna walk in space? Miller, stay inside. Oh my god.
Hey, look, you gonna puke?
Oh man, belters are a different breed.
How the hell you belt it? Never done no spacewalk ever. I'm more of a city belter. You should have busted your ass back to that prison barge on Ceres. Got him right here, Miller. You need to lighten up, okay? Come on, Pampa. Fresh air.
I like him, but his hot dog kind of attitude it scares me a little bit because I feel like you can get a little out of control that way. You're doing it, Miller. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it.
Miller, you coming in too fast.
Oh God, Miller. Oh no.
Shit! You goddamn right, it's bad.
It's really bad.
Good rock hopper always bring a spare.
Not a boy.
I still say you ain't never been laid, kid.
Yeah, whatever. Be my first.
I've never had space sex and I've never did a spacewalk. I'm gonna say that the former is probably better than the latter. Just my opinion. Look at that big bitch.
That's one. 5 more to go, Miller.
Come on, we gotta move.
So is this how they blow up asteroids to like mine them? I kind of don't remember when he was inside that other rock.
It's a ship.
Probably pirates, looking to rip and run.
I'm gonna fire up a drone, get some eyes down there, see what's what.
Smart.
Wow, that is the nicest gaff ship I have ever seen.
In a med bay?
Med bays and pirate ships are usually just open airlocks.
Why the disguise?
Whoa, what the?
Oh!
Drone's not responding.
We can't just shoot it.
Nobody's shooting anybody. Amos, suit up.
Oh,
We're
God.
being held.
Quit putting Amos in jeopardy. It drives me crazy.
Your markings notwithstanding, we know a Martian frigate when we see one.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I'm a doctor on a humanitarian mission to give aid to the survivors of Eros. We couldn't get
The
inside.
station is locked down for everyone's safety.
We don't have time to board their ship for a chinwag.
I know, but they think we're Martian Navy. They didn't get inside. Lucky for everyone. The sooner they're out of here, the better.
Oh, that ship is bearing down.
Yo, that's is slowing us down.
Hey, quick enough to catch your scrawny ass on Ceres.
I'm OPA now. I fight for the cause.
Yeah, I got news for you, pal. The OPA, it's got more gangsters than Ceres. Only they don't pay as good.
So, why I take advice from a loser like you?
Ouch.
So what you gonna do when we finish these?
Start selling black market water. I hear there's an opening. Come on.
See, it just keeps kind of setting up that like Miller doesn't have much of a future. I don't know. I think I'm just looking into shit like that. A little too deep, I think.
Erasmus, you're to leave the area immediately.
Understood, Rocinante. Thank you. We'll get underway as soon as possible.
But are they?
Keep going, I'll catch up with you.
Hey.
Miller, what are you doing? Did we need that close up of his face?
Airlock's definitely been hacked.
So somebody has been on the ship, or has been on the station.
He's got proto-molecule all over him.
Stop touching him!
Looks like he's been inside.
Is there a ship name on his vac suit?
Oh God. Oh God.
Erasmus.
They just lit up their drive. They're pushing off.
You lied to me, Doctor. You hacked into Eros. We found your dead colleague in the airlock.
They're trying to use the asteroid to block out jamming.
If any one of you are infected, you could wipe out millions. Turn your ship around! This is not our experiment. We're not a military unit. My name is James Holden. I am not your enemy.
I don't know why that just gave me chills all over my body.
Alex, get a missile lock. Release fire control to me.
You serious?
Just do it!
Holden couldn't even shoot anybody earlier.
Please, don't make me kill you.
If we truly want the same things, then you know what you need to do.
You got 30 seconds.
Just let Amos do it. Holden, come on.
10 seconds.
I don't think Holden has the emotional capacity to deal with what he just did.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Miller, you've got high-speed debris incoming. Get to cover immediately.
Get to cover? That's inside the station. Oh god, Diogo, don't hide by the explosive! Oh my god. Everything just went to shit.
Use the sealant. Leak in air. Chest pouch. Chest pouch. Chest.
Don't fumble it. Whew. Again, suffocating in space, worst nightmare.
Control panel go. Got to keep finger on the button or timer start. 60-second reset. Best we can do. Jesus. God damn it.
So someone has to stay behind for it to go off. God damn it.
So, we dead.
We. Go. Get back to the ship. You better go before I change my mind and hand this thing back to you.
It's just like Armageddon, just blowing up an asteroid, right? Someone's going to stay behind to blow up the asteroid. God damn it.
Hey, kid. Don't get late, will ya?
Break out the drinks. You earned it.
That sounds awesome. Oh, I really wish I could, but, I'm still on Eros.
What?
Yeah, that debris field messed up my last bomb. I'm gonna keep a finger on the switch, keep it from going off, so...
Holden's gonna think he's responsible for this, too.
Then we're coming to get you.
Be an idiot. Just make sure the job gets done. And get out of here.
Miller! Miller!
They better not be toying with my emotions.
He's dead.
Ain't that fitting?
Was your idea? Did they go past it?
Guys, what the hell just happened? The Nauvoo just missed. How the hell did it change course?
What the fuck?
The Nauvoo didn't move.
Eros did.
Does the proto-molecule have the ability to play defense? Is that what just fucking happened? So did I get that right? That Eros moved? It dodged the Nauvoo? I mean, they did not bet on the proto-molecule fighting back. I don't even know if that's what happened. I am befuddled right now. Befuddled. I should feel bad for Holden. And I do feel bad for Holden. Like, you know, he didn't want to kill those people. And he knows the importance of keeping people off Eros. And keeping this proto-molecule under wraps. And they didn't deserve to die. But also, I feel like they were willing to die for their cause, which now equates to nothing because unless they got a signal out. If they got a signal out and somebody then knows about Eros, then they didn't die for nothing. But for the most part, like, just allowing yourself to be blown up is not generally smart if you are on a crusade of some sort, especially for the truth. And then Miller, like I said, it just reminds me of the movie Armageddon, and someone has to stay behind to set off the bomb to make sure everything goes the way it's supposed to. Well, now it doesn't even matter. So he should just chuck that bomb out into space. I don't know how bombs work. Because I feel like he should have just done that anyways, because now Eros isn't, the proximity is incorrect. Or the oh my god, it doesn't matter because the Nebu missed Eros. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. I didn't think that that's the way it was going to go. And I'm happy, but like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I didn't want to see the Nebu destroyed. And I figure if it slams into Eros, it's going to do that. But I also didn't think it'd be that easy to get rid of the protomolecule. Now, I know that there's still some of it elsewhere where it's been hidden. But I didn't think that Aero Station would go down that easy. Did I think that it was going to start thinking for itself? I should have. I don't know why I didn't. Wow. Christian really putting it out there that she knows that Mao and Protogen are very much responsible for whatever happened on Phoebe. That they are responsible for probably what happened on Eros. That at least, like, they Eros and Phoebe, I don't think have been connected yet, but the stealth ships and Protogen are very much connected. And Ehrenreich, I don't know what he's going to do because, he didn't have a lot of confidence that she knew anything. And Mao was like, "You're an idiot." Which, it was kind of delicious to see. Not that I agree with Mao, but like, he's much smarter than Ehrenreich. Now, I really wonder if Holden and Miller's relationship, if I still think, I was going to say if that could be mended or if it could be different or if they could find common ground. But I mean, I think they're too much alike in that sense that like they both are very stuck to their convictions. Although Miller, I think, is still open to working with Holden, but like he doesn't care about his ethics. To where Holden cares about Miller's ethics. That's that righteousness. And Amos was just like, this is such a cool thing. Like, I'm excited to do it. I've always wanted to say, bombs away. I really like that side of Amos. I really do. But I'm really wondering because Miller keeps seeing Julie, and I don't think that's necessarily normal. I think that that's going to keep driving him to keep trying to somehow avenge what she went through and make what she's done worth it. I really think they're going to kill Miller. Like, Miller's going to die. I just don't know how. I don't even know if that's true. It's just where my brain is. And thank you to my editor, Xander, for letting me know that I should watch both of them together. So I'm going to launch into the next episode. You're going to have to wait a whole week. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. I'm so sorry that you have to wait another week. But if you want to see the reactions early, you can always go over to my Patreon. There's up to 2 reactions early over there. You can also get all the full-length reactions where you have to have your own copy, but you get to enjoy me muttering to myself the whole time, saying my silly things. It's me. But you can also go over to my Instagram, Funny Little Gal Reacts. I talk about content over there all the time. In the meantime, make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. Talk to me in the comments. It really helps the channel grow, and it really has. And I will tell you, the Expanse fans have been some of the most amazing people to converse with over this show, about the characters, about the story, about the science. You guys are amazing, and no one's been a jerk, and I adore that. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'll see ya.